A wasteful performance from Leeds United. Not good enough again in front of goal. What needs changing? Is Daniel Farke got pressure back on him? We'll talk it all today in the latest Leeds United match reaction. Hi guys, what's going on? My name is Ollie Ward. Welcome back to the Ollie Ward channel. It has just ended at Ellen Road. Leeds United 0, Burnley 1. And I firstly want to apologise. My microphone isn't working, so I'm just using my laptop microphone. So it might not sound the best, but either way, we are going to get into the match reaction. Before we do, smash that like button. Let's go for 200 likes on this video. Also subscribe if you're new and get your comments in. What was your thoughts on that game? Who was your man of the match? And Leeds United today just weren't at the races. I mean, we weren't even terrible. It's another low block from Burnley and another team coming to Ellen Road playing this low block defensive style. And Leeds United and Daniel Farke can't seem to do anything around it. We were by the edge of the box, by their edge of the box, pretty much for the whole game and just couldn't do anything. We're trying to walk the ball into the back of the net. No one was having a real shot. Fair play to Burnley. They defended very well and they came to a very hostile Ellen Road. And, they were kicking us. They were sliding in. They kind of lived up to the atmosphere that Ellen Road gave them. James Trafford in goal. He didn't have lots to do, but when he'd done it, he was very good. So credit to Burnley in that sense. And obviously it's a big 3 points against Leeds United at this sort of early stage of the season. But obviously there's a long way to go for Leeds United. But on the back of two good performances against Sheffield Wednesday and Hull, you're thinking we're going to give Burnley more of a test. And the opening 30 seconds when Mateo Joseph goes through on goal, it stunk of Brendan Aronson against Portsmouth. Maybe it's too early in the game. That I don't know. I don't believe in all that stuff where you score too early or the chances come too early. I think you've just got to be ready for it. And it was disappointing to not score that goal. Obviously, Leeds created a few chances in that first half. I thought we were maybe the better team in the first half, but then they hit us on the counter. I don't really understand. Obviously, Solomon lost the ball down sort of the left-hand side. They ran through their right back and kind of just kept going. And Bogle didn't close him down, but I understand the criticism towards the Bogle decision there. But also, Pascal was kind of saying, don't go yet, now go, because he's back. And then before, it's too late, Meslier stood there, goes under Bogle's legs, and Burnley get the goal that they probably didn't deserve. But either way, that they got it. And then, for the rest of the game, Leeds are just knocking on the door, not creating much. We had 75% possession, and Burnley had more attempts on goal than us at that point. And it comes to this thing again, the low block, the Daniel Farke system. It doesn't work against teams that come to Ellen Road. And all they've got to look at is let's just play defensively and we will be fine. And that's worrying. That's worrying when you need to get back to the Premier League, how simple it is for teams to come to Ellen Road and just, not concede, set up a good line. And I think Daniel Farke has put pressure on himself again because the tactics need to change. You've got the equipment there now. And of course, you can always look back and say, yeah, we needed a number 10. But he's got the equipment. We've probably got the best team in the league on paper. We've got Solomon. We've got Ramazani. We've got Tanaka, Ampadu, Perot, Gnonto. We've got good players. But something needs changing. And I said a few weeks ago, I think it was before the West Brom game. I said, I can see this team going up. I don't know if it'll be Daniel Farke at the helm when it happens. And I don't want Daniel Farke to go. I think he can do something in this league. He's done well in this league before, but stuff needs changing. And it's against the big teams that come in defensive block. And, we saw it last year when teams come and played against Leeds, we would win. We can beat them on the counter-attacks. Ipswich were a famous one that, they come to Ellen Road, try and play football. We beat them 4-0. People set up against us. We don't know what day of the week it is. And today, I don't think we were necessarily awful. It's just the final third passes were just not there. Like I said, defensively, Burnley were decent. Obviously, they ended the game with 10 men, Burnley, but that was literally with about 30 seconds to go. And I think they won their individual battles more than maybe Leeds did. It's a frustrating day for Leeds because you can't point and say we were absolutely terrible. But I just think there's just little bits and a lot of pressure on Mateo Joseph when you still need a man that can put the ball in the back of the net. And I really like Joseph, and I think the work rate's there, and I think he is a natural goal scorer, but it's just a lot of pressure to put on the young kid's shoulders. And then soon we're going to start, overrating him when I don't want to because he's a young player. You're going to chuck that Joffy treatment that we did, obviously, on Joffy. And, people getting out of their seats when Joffy was coming off the bench and putting a lot of pressure. And you look at Joffy now, he's not even coming off the bench now. We're not even using him. And similarly, you don't want the same to happen with Mateo Joseph. I know they're similar sort of no, sorry, they're different sort of positions, and Joseph scores more goals in that sense. But yeah, I thought Gnonto was quiet today. Again, maybe start playing him in the 10. I thought Brendan actually had an all right game. Thought the subs weren't the best sort of subs to be making for Daniel Farke. Again, I don't know necessarily what he could have done different. I just think maybe different times, and when you bring off Joe Roden, I know he had a head injury, but then you chuck Gruev at the back and they're winning free kicks, Burnley, because Gruev's not winning headers. He's just going to try and pull the defender back. And it's just it's a difficult game to win. It was a difficult game to win today, and I genuinely thought, me and my dad were saying, you wait 2 weeks, and that's what they give you, and it's disappointing. It is, and a packed out Ellen Road, and you really want to see 3 points today. And I thought Ampadu wasn't very good today. I thought Gruev was all right. I thought Firpo was okay. Obviously, he got dragged by Sam Byron, but it's just, yeah, it's so easy to defend against us. Oh, not even, well, yeah, I guess it is easy to defend against us because it's just one-dimensional with this team. And Daniel Farke has been questioned when he hasn't had a prolific goal scorer, when he hasn't had a number 10, a Buendia, a Timo Pukki. How can he do without a Somerville? How can he do without a Jorginho Rutter? The guys who score you goals, the guys that create chances. How well can he do? And Leeds United, I think they've won 4 in 14, continuing from last season in the league, which isn't good at all. And we haven't made Ellen Road this season so far a sort of fortress that it was last year. We lost 2 games last year, and we've already lost 2 games this season, including the cup game against Borough. And that was a terrible performance. So obviously we've got a point against Portsmouth, got humiliated against Borough, and then we got a nice point against West Brom. We then beat Sheffield Wednesday. We then beat Hull, and we're back to square one with losing against Burnley. And, like I keep saying, credit to Burnley as Scott Parker's side. They put a good performance in. But either way, I just think Leeds United should be tackling this game better. We should be winning these games, these important games, that when you come up against the top teams, we need to be winning them. We've done it last year, and it still wasn't good enough. So we need to do it this year. But the only good thing is how early in the season it is. And sometimes you've seen Daniel Farke's Norwich sides that haven't started off great, and then they go and be unbeaten January to April. And Leeds was similar in that caliber last year, where we didn't really lose a game until it was important time. And hopefully we'll see more of Ramazani. Hopefully we'll see more of Tanaka. I thought Rothwell was all right when he came on. Solomon had another solid game. But yeah, how do you guys analyze this one? For me, it's just wasteful, not good enough. But we do go again. I don't even know who our next game is. I know we've got Sunderland soon. I don't think that's the next game, though, either way. It's going to be a tough test for Leeds. And I think a lot of fans that are saying how pish, this league is, we've got to come down to reality a bit and maybe not rate our players as high as maybe we should, and be like, yeah, this is going to be a competitive league. And I think there's some naivety and some arrogance in the Leeds players that think we nearly done it last year, we're going to do it again this year. That's not how it works in football, unfortunately. And history will tell you that if you fall in the playoff final, teams struggle to get back there the next season. But ladies and gentlemen, I've been Ollie Ward. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, and get your comments in, all your thoughts on today's game. And I'll catch you in the next video. Cheerio.